All right. So yeah, like we started to discuss, it's about overcoming the challenge that we face as international talents in Kuopio, actually in Finland, but Kuopio, we're starting with Kuopio where I reside. So here's my personal story, and maybe I will use these stories in explaining stuff when I explain later. So, short story one, in my job seeking experience in Mikkeli, I had struggled for a long time to find any job. Actually, I was already doing cleaning, but I was trying to find other profession or related jobs to what my field. It was very difficult since 2018 up to 2022. I could not get anything, even the interview. Yeah, but 2022, I contacted the office. Actually, that's when somebody told me there is such thing as the office. I had no idea. And a lot of international also people, they have no idea about the office, which is a very important office for us. Yeah, so after I knew, then I went to the office and they assigned me to a project which is helping to find jobs. And then I met one lady, Rita Lampi. Actually, she's the one who recommended me to follow Roham on his LinkedIn page. Yeah, so that lady Rita, she sat down with me and she listened and she understood my talents and potentials. After that, she went ahead, and now I don't know what she was doing behind, but all I know is that she was also speaking for me, on behalf of me, for the companies. And one of the things I knew, she told them, because I didn't have any good skill in Finnish language yet, but she was emphasizing especially on my talents. So I was able to secure up to 4 interviews because of that, within a short period. I don't recall when exactly, but 2 to 3 months, I think, I got over 4 interviews. And in those 4 interviews, only one was the result of direct application. And even for that direct application, I had to send her the email saying I had applied to this company. So she had, I don't know if she also sent them email to tell them that she knew me, so they called me. Of course, I ended up getting 2 jobs, which all came at once also. I had to leave one and take one. I got one job from Juha, Juva. Yes, and another one from University of Eastern Finland. So I had to leave a company in Juha, and I chose University of Eastern Finland. And one strange thing which caught my attention is that the director of that company, whom I was in contact with when I went there, he didn't even have good English speaking skill. He was struggling, but he showed all kind of passion to want me in the team. About the language and everything else, he said we can arrange that. You can learn the language, but since I've already seen your potential, I think we really need you in the industry. That was it. And story number 2, before I came to Kuopio in December last year, I sent an application to the International House. Somebody recommended me that please send an application there. You can ask for an open position if they have. It's an international house, so they should have an activity which maybe you can help. So I sent an application. The response I got is that thank you for your application. This is really good, but we don't have any position for you here. And it was indeed true. I came later to prove that it was true. They didn't have any position. But on March again this year, I sent another email, but this time I restructured it. I first attended the event. This event is called Welcome to Kuopio event. And after I went there, then I noticed a lot of things missing, which I could have helped as a talent. So after that, I went and drafted my email. I pointed out those challenges, and I said, I can help this. And I showed a little bit of what I've already done, which can prove my ability to solve this. Well, I was invited. They said, you can come and work as a tryout. So I went there and I tried. And I had finished my 3 months program. And I was invited to continue with another one. And until now, almost everybody is very happy with what I'm doing there. Yeah, which is speaking volume for me. So let's check some facts. So these are, I could refer to them as my personal convictions. So I may not be right in everything, but this is what I believe up to the moment. First, of course, apologies for the little text. I believe there is a demand for talent and expertise in Finland. I've seen it myself with the offices I've managed to visit, and some places where I went and worked even for a short time. I could see the need of international talent. So it is very true as it is being announced in the media. But number two, I believe employment is about the business. And when I say it's about the business, is when I refer to when now maybe politics steps in and help. Of course, it is good when we have other players who are coming to help the internationals and ask the businesses to hire international talents. But at the end of it all, businesses care about the return. That can we get any return from this person? So unless they truly believe they can get some profit from your involvement, it's going to be really hard to hire, regardless of the language. Regardless of the language. And that's why I've added here that Finnish language, for me, I don't refer to Finnish language as a factor for unemployment, though it is believed by many people. But I say it as an advantage or disadvantage in the efficiency and making things as easy. Why do I say like this? Now, as I said in my previous story, the few potential employers, after they knew about the value I can bring on the table, they were willing to draw me closer. And one was willing to hire me despite himself not knowing how to speak properly. He was really struggling. I was talking to him face to face. He was really struggling, but he was willing to give me a chance. And that's why I also say employers, the first thing, of course, language is important because majority of customers speak Finnish language. That's very important. But first, employers care about the value. That's why even in nursing, we have some companies going to recruit people from abroad, not because people in abroad they speak better Finnish than internationals here. Yeah, but they go there because they see potential value. They know maybe we can hire people here with less cost, and we can arrange the language program for them. That's how I've come to know. So it's not that they go there because they speak better languages. No, they have a value there, and they arrange language for them. And the last fact on this side is that I read one article. I don't remember now the writer of that article, but I think he graduated Aalto University, postgraduate. And in that article, he mentioned over 80% of jobs announced in the public are not truly public, which means only 20% of the jobs that you apply to, they can be truly open positions, but most of them they depend on the network. Not just in Finland. This is a worldwide issue because again, business are interested more in the profit, and it's not evil because that's what I would have also cared for. I can't just hire someone as a charity and my business is going to die. We're going to lose, all of us. So it depends on the network, and the network connects only to people with realizable value, who have been proved to have value. That's what I believe. And on the other side, I think international talents needs more mentor and coaching than any other support, including seeking for jobs. I think first we need mentor support. Yeah, because with a few people, I've been talking to some of my friends who are doing Walt and other cleaning, they have given up. And some of them, they have graduated here, international business courses, but they see no possibility of doing anything else. They're like, if you ask them, so what's next? They will say, the problem is the language. And they don't see any means of learning the language because the best convenient place of learning the language is in the particular context. Even if you would check, people who speak very fast are those who have been engulfed by a certain environment, maybe at work or at school. My wife is now speaking very good Finnish language, but she came after me. I came here 2016, she came here 2020. Now she's speaking better, she's hearing better. Yeah, because after she came, she did this language. Of course, the language program helps, but not that much. What helped her is that she got an opportunity to start working in this nursing. So it was really difficult for her in the beginning, but now she can hear almost anything. She's not that fluent yet, but she's very good. So we all need that kind of environment to learn to speak the language faster. But if I'm just driving my car, delivering food, and you expect me to learn Finnish that much, I will take 5 years like it has taken me. I've been reading Finnish for 5 years. But when it came to talk to someone, it was a struggle. Yeah, but now I see difference since I've been working at an international house. Now when I sit with some Finnish people talking, I can pick some words between the line. And I can feel getting better every day. And I believe international people carry potential value, which most of them, they have no idea that it could be useful, like I said. And also international talents needs networking and some means to realize the value which they truly carry. And this can be beneficial not only to international people, even the society is losing a big deal without using these talents which graduate here. Like myself, I came here in our year. I think most of us we were funded by, if not by the Finnish government, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the government, I think. But imagine out of that, maybe less than 10% they're in the job industry. The rest of us is wasted money. Wasted money. So there was a wasted money, but even the community is not benefiting from the potential value that we could have generated and something like that. So why am I proposing international talents in Kuopio? First of all, this could act as a hub for international talents. Of course, we already have international, we have Talent Hub. I knew about this, but I think mostly it covers for international students. After you have graduated, I don't know if you have, I don't know, they call it contingency plan or something. After people graduate, I don't think if there is still a connection. People have to find new ways to survive out there. So we don't have connection for graduates in the street. So first of all, we can have more visibility amongst the talents. That means, for example, now I already have some connection with Roham. Now I know what he can do. He knows what I can do. This is a huge benefit. And then we can have some collaboration among talent. And this is easy to start with minimum resources. Without me, possibly maybe if Roham wanted to do a podcast, maybe he would have been forced to start a business, get a capital, a loan from the bank, and then hire some guys to come help him hold the camera. But now, with me, he doesn't have to do that. I am good in this equipment, the video equipment, editing and stuff. I can do it as my contribution to Roham's maybe production or something like that. So this is the benefit that we can get out of collaboration. Myself, maybe I need to do some podcast. I don't have somebody on the table. I need to hold the camera. I can have Roham sit there, and we can invite Minna to come and speak. It should be easy. But also realization of capabilities. This is important not only to the outside as well, because if I fail to think that I'm capable of delivering value, definitely I'm not going to do anything. I will just stay back. But if we create an environment where somebody can try and see that, okay, it could work, then it's a big step forward. And also development of real value. Why do I say real value? Now referring to my previous point is that businesses really care about somebody who can deliver a product. I've been using this example that as we seek job, and I've been doing it myself, now I'm trying to change. I would go to any employer and I can tell them, you know, I can use Word. Yeah, to explain my skills. I can use Word, I can use Photoshop, I can use Illustrator. But at the end of the day, any employer who would hire you because you can use Word, he is in need of someone, really need of someone. But instead, the best way is to say, what can you make out of Word? Or what can you make out of Photoshop? If I can make a logo out of Word, it's different from somebody who just says, I can use Word. The value is quite different. So I believe we can reach a point where some people can be able to start developing particular value from something. If you have graduated from international business, from Savonia, what can you make out of it? I believe if business from outside see that thing you have developed, they can be so much interested regardless of your language. And then another benefits, we can have access to platforms, facilities, and equipment under the umbrella of the community. Like now, for example, we are discussing with you Talent Hub. That means we have the potential of sharing the platforms which are under the Talent Hub, if we will enter into those agreements. And when I say share, that means any person who is part of this community under the umbrella of international talents will be able to access this platform, which could be difficult. For now, as an individual, maybe the best possibility is to go to the other side of the building. What's the name? I've forgotten. Who are renting office space. The other wing. Yes, the option for me is to go to Nova Police and I have to pay for this size of the room, maybe 200 euros an hour, something like that. Or I asked one time for a small office, 20 euros an hour, if I do not have access to the community. So this community will help us to avoid those kind of expenses. We can just ask Minna, please, we need to use Business Center for our meeting. And I believe that can be possible. And we can have access to mentorship and coaching programs. I've also started to discuss with some of the coaches. For example, from Valmenus Mayakka, something like that. I've contacted Tarja Kekalainen, and she has said, why not? I've kept my English materials for very long unused. At last now I can have some place to use them. So she's eagerly waiting for the action. The only thing which is making us wait up to now, I discussed it with Roham, we just need a place for the podcast environment. So she said, once you have a place, let me know. Then we can plan this. And then we can have visibility from business and employers, like I said, in the development of value, and also an opportunity to solve real problems. Because as for now, most of us, we are seeking jobs. We don't seek to help a problem. I don't care about what problems Savonia is having here. I just want a contract. That's the mentality, to be honest, for most international talents at the moment. We want to survive. But if we change the narrative, we change the mentality and say, okay, I want to help with something, it's easy. I was talking to someone also, I think it was yesterday, and I asked her that, like, if I was announcing on my page, I'm looking for a job, would you have contacted me now? Because she asked to talk to me because of this, and she wanted to contribute. And then she said, yeah, it's true. If you were announcing for, you are looking for a job, then probably everybody would have continued to do their own things. But once you show possibility of solving something, you can draw attention almost from any other angle. People will be curious, what is it? And they will want to benefit from what you do. And that's, I think, the beginning of it all. And so this is our operational model. If we succeed, it's simple. We just connect through social media, connect with all other talents that will be able in the group, and then we connect as talent. So you introduce yourself as a talent. What can you do? What do you wish you could have done? What do you hope to achieve if you were able to achieve? So you can just put it there, and then we collaborate, like what we are looking for to start with Roham. Also, I was the lady I was talking to yesterday, unfortunately I've forgotten her name. Yeah, she also did the international business here. She contacted me and said, maybe we can also collaborate doing something. And she looks like she has a very good experience. She has been, she has done business administration before she came here to do the international business studies. And then she had also been in charge of many projects in her country. She's coming from Pakistan. So she's having a lot of potential, but also she was lacking facilitation or help from outside. But maybe through our collaboration, maybe she can try to do something as well. And then we can, at last we can impact the community with our talent. And for me now, so what's my part? My part is now, I think I will be facilitating the environment. Now I'm not looking forward to make this committee as official. I don't know, maybe later with regard to relevance and convenience, but maybe it will go as it is now, but I will be like facilitating where my facilitation is needed in order to connect people and help them to work together, or if they need some venue, maybe in particular place, something like that, maybe I can help. Or anybody who could help, like Ram seems to be very good at that. Maybe he can also help. And also awareness creation about the international talents in Kuopio, like why do we need this, like I'm doing today, to organize trainings, mentorship and coaching programs under the umbrella of the community, and also preparation of events. That's what I'm looking for to do. So these events can be professional, can be social. We can just prepare a speaking engagement, invite somebody from Finland or from abroad to come and help to broaden our perspectives. And also bridging the community to other external parties like Talent Hub, International House, Kuopio, Business Center, all other external parties. And also to participate myself as a talent. I have many talents. I believe they could be of huge value if I put them to practice. So mostly it was about that. That's what is pushing me forward.